Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Ahmad Fauzi. The Nizam Moscow on off the Moscows that can visited when you pass by Pantai Raja Village, Kampar Regency, Riau. The Moscow where it is located is the site on the road was founded in November 2013. In Italy, is Moscow was only a prayer room. Many people Rome were enthusiastic about going into the Moscow. A benefactor named Mr. Nizam then donated a land of approximately 1 hectare and in the Moscow construction fund was around 3 billion. In addition, on the operational cost of the Moscow. Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon all. Welcome back with me Aisyah Ramadhani. I'm a student majoring Syariah Economic Law Class D Semester 3 Islamic State University of Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau. I will show some video clips. Check this out. Okay, now I am at the Grand An-Nur Mosque in Pekanbaru. The Grand An-Nur Mosque is the largest mosque in Pekanbaru, presently on Hangtua Street. This mosque was built in 1963 but was only inaugurated in 2000 by Saleh Jasid as Governor of Province Riau at that time. The area of this mosque is about 12.6 hectares and can accommodate as many as 3,000 worshippers. This mosque has 10 domes and 4 minarets. The Great Mosque of An-Nur is often called Taj Mahal in Riau Province because its architecture similar to Taj Mahal in India. This mosque is often used as a place for religious tourism by many people. So there's no harm if you stop by Pekanbaru and then you stop in that mosque. That's all information I can convey. I apologize if there are mistakes because my mistake come from me and the truth belong to Allah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Bela Safitri. I student from UIN Suskariau, major Syariah Economic Law Class D. Now I'm the biggest mosque in Pekanbaru City, which is known as Masjid Agung Briwendra. The Great Mosque of Briwendra is mosque located in Pekanbaru. This mosque was built in 1963 and complete in 168. The mosque in the capital city of Riau Province, Pekanbaru, is currently one of the greatest in Indonesia. View from the side of the building, the mosque is heavily influenced by Malay, Turkey, Arabic, and India architectural styles. The Great Mosque of Riau, which we see, is so majestic at this time. The original building was the result of construction in 1966 and inaugurated in 1968. But it's a building that was the result of a total discovery from the old Great Mosque of Briwendra at the turn of the millennium in 2000, when Riau was led by the leadership of the governor Salih Yazid. The old Great Mosque of Briwendra was completely overhauled to its current formation. From the construction in 2000, the mosque land area has tripled from the previous 4 hectares to 12.6 hectares.
Well, we can see together. This is around the annual Great Mosque. The yard is wide, and the mosque building is nice, and the design is super luxurious, making this mosque look so beautiful. And this great mosque, a lot of people go on study tour.
A few reporter from me, from the mosque and Nur Pekanbaru, and Bela Safitri. Goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Eldis Mutia from the Sharing Economic Law. When the conference about the grant of Miss Queen is Molek. The Mujahideen Grand Mosque, which located in Ermolek Market, is one of the historic mosque, as well as its actions for the people of Pasir Penyu. Discard in who ingredients Riau Province from the past until now as a sacred place. First, a Muslim religious executive to Moscow is a history that must be prophetess that histories and Muslim feel comfort while hearing about office the mosque. Every year, the mosque of continues the beer because an next program of the times for the review motion of the mosque affair of the north. Most of the funds come from and from Moscow. It's a secret that the Moscow Russian sub project will help convert historians and culture that has thrown the city into a known social education on the map of the Pasir Penyu. Ration program and masjid continue while present historic action of the mosque is part of the recent program to serve up. Every day, a person of Imam the Al Mujahideen Ermolek Grand Mosque at that is mosque is inspiration by all building the which come reference become more and is another. Sekian dari saya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
البدر كطلعته وجه جميل والشمس كبسمته ظل ضليل البدر
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Fitria Norfadillah from State Islamic Universitas Sultan Syarif Qasim Riau, Syariah Economic Law Program Study. This time, I was at the Great Mosque of An-Nur Pekanbaru. The Mosque of An-Nur is one of the icons of religious tourism that the people of Riau are proud of. This make fine. Mosque is located on Jalan Hang Tua, Sumalang Village, Pekanbaru City, District Pekanbaru City, Riau. This mosque was built in 1963 and completed in 1968. The mosque in the capital city of Riau Province, Pekanbaru, is currently one of the grandest in Indonesia. View from the side of the building, the mosque is heavily influenced Malay tours, Arabic and India architectural. View from the side of the building, the mosque is heavily influenced by Malay, Turkish, Arabic and Indian architectural styles. With its architecture is Insigne Roseno. Uniquely, the building of this mosque is very similar to the Taj Mahal in India, which is included the last of 10 wonders of the world. The mosque has a large area. The total area is about 12 hectares. There is a green garden around the mosque, which causes the view. Like the front, there is a dead plant. There are also two dead plants that are bearing fruit but cannot be picked by visitors. As for the inside of the mosque, it has beautiful Malay carving. In addition, the inside walls are also decorated with calligraphy. This mosque has 3 stars, 1 ladder on the front and 2 stars on the side. At the top consists of 6 doors and the bottom consists of 4 doors and has large rooms and a hall. While the calligraphy in the mosque Rome was written by calligrapher named Azarinur from Jakarta, which was written in the 1970. The bottom floor of the mosque is the secretariat of the mosque, management, and mosque youth and the scrum where Islamic education is carried out. The Great Mosque of An-Nur Riau is also equipped with a connecting escalator between the first and second floor. In the courtyard of the Great Mosque of An-Nur Riau is a larger file. The Great Mosque of An-Nur is also equipped with various facilities such as education, ranging from playgroups, elementary, junior highs, and high school, a complete library and other facilities such as meeting rooms, classrooms, and office speech is addition. The Great Mosque of the An-Nur has a communication broadcasting radio called LPK An-Nur with a frequency of 107 MHz. That's my information with me. Sorry if there is a mistake. I say goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Agung Briwendra for Class 3. And I want to review one of the places location on the Winsuskaria campus, normally IC or IC Center. This place is not a tourist spot, but this place is often acted as a place to make fun with Islamic nuances by students at Winsuska, such as welcoming hospitality new students, and Milad Major and others. And next to my tree is mosque, which is often college student win as a mosque. God willing, Insyaallah. Why the student call this mosque God willing? Kenapa? Because this mosque construction has not been completed. This mosque is still the core place for worship all the students and the lecturers at Winsuskaria. Thanks for watching my video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. I am Harun Al Rasyid for the Department of Sharia Economy Law. Student ID number 12FT2FT2 15690. I will tell you about the topic of Muslim architecture and one of the building. Islamic architecture is developing very widely, both in secular building and in religious building, both of which continue to grow today. Architecture has also helped shape and enrich Islamic civilization. Buildings they are very influential in the development of Islamic architecture are mosques, graves, palaces, and forts, all of which have a very broad influence on other buildings. Less significant, such as public bathtubs, fountains, and other domestic buildings. That is all, and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, I'm Hersy Mizra. I'm at the Islamic Center, which is in the city center
one of the religious
Ahmadiyah
tourist object
Bangkinang.
and is also a favorite destination for visitors who come to Bangkinang. Mosque is known as the veranda of Mecca in Riyadh, which was built in a magnificent and large Middle Eastern architectural style. Golden color of the dome of this mosque make the scenery very beautiful and also the most striking.
That's a little about Bangkinang Islamic Center. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
crossfire.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Khaila Tri Zahara, Grade 3D Study Program Sharia Economic Law, Faculty Sharia and Law. Well, in this video, I cover the architecture of the Al-Mukarrabin Mosque in Tanjung Pau Village, Singingi Downstream District, Singingi Kuantan District. This mosque was inaugurated on July 18, 2007 by Mr. Haj Sukarmies at the time. This mosque has a length and width of approximately 35 times 60 meters. When the construction of the Al-Mukarrabin Mosque cost around 2 billion, and this fund was obtained from companies around the village and self-help from the Tanjung Pau village community. Inside, this mosque has a god architecture where the walls and pillars are covered with natural stone ceramic. Inside, this mosque has 4 pillars which, according to him, the source of this pillar symbolizes the 4 tribes in the village of Tanjung Pau. When we enter the Al-Mukarrabin Mosque, we can immediately feel the cool air from the air conditioner and fans in every corner of the Al-Mukarrabin Mosque. And it looks clear from the outside and inside. This mosque has every beautiful calligraphy. Above the sky, the mosque is also given beautiful calligraphy as well. According to sources, this mosque has never done any major renovation. Only the addition of paint to the mosque has just been done by the surrounding community. That's the result of the cover on the architecture of the Al-Mukarrabin Mosque in Tanjung Pau Village. I, Khaila Tri Zahara, say goodbye. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Sabtu Hadi Martasena Ulpani. Speaking of religious tourism, I was at the tomb complex of the King of Indragiri. Where I stand, this is the tomb of the king and his children and followers. This is the tomb of King Narasimha II. He is the king of Indragiri, and the king is from Malacca. He has fought the Portuguese for 20 years between the years 1512 to 1532. Okay, then I was at the tomb of King Usman Fadilah, who said Tun Keci Mangkubumi Indragiri. He is one of the officials of the Indragiri kingdom who has the position of royal treasurer, and this is the tomb of King Usman and his followers. Next, I stood at the tomb of the King of Narasimha II, Andi Sumpu Muhammad, who was called Captain Jogja Iron. and his tomb was 12 meters long. Telling about his history, he said that he had the ability not to be hit by any sharp weapons. It is even mentioned in the history of the hair of his hand that it is impossible to stab with a sharp object, let alone touch his skin. These friends were a few of the like often referred to as like king, said to be on the shore of a beautiful Indragiri kingdom at the time of the 18th century Iskandar Sultan Aisyah Ramadhani. That's my video. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.